I'm Dr. Shabana and I'm a dental surgeon working in Kuwait. I'm a member of Royal College of Surgeons, Edinburgh, and I have done my master's in primary dental care from the University of Edinburgh. I'm here to present my article which was published in International Journal of Science and Research, and it is a clinical case report about the comprehensive assessment, diagnosis and treatment planning of severe periodontal disease. So what is periodontal disease or periodontitis? Periodontitis is a disease characterized by progressive destruction of the periodontium caused by a small group of microorganisms. Microorganisms like Porphyria, Monas, Gingivalis, Treponema, Denticola are regarded as the principal pathogenic bacteria. Other organisms involved are Aggregatibacter actinomycetum comitans, Fusobacterium nucleatum, and Prevotella intermedia, which are causing the disease. So the goal of the treatment is to create proper oral environment which hampers the further colonization of periodontal pathogens. In this case, a 56-year-old female came with the chief complaint of pain and mobility in the lower front teeth, which started 2 months ago. She reports a loose tooth, bad breath, and bleeding gums since long time. Her last visit was several years ago. She also complains that eating has become more and more difficult and uncomfortable. Previous history and detailed medical and dental examination is very important in identifying risk factor. The patient has no previous medical history and her previous dental history only for relief of pain. She has no dental phobia or dental anxiety. She has a habit of doing vigorous toothbrushing, has a stressful job, and is a heavy smoker. Basic periodontal examination was done and the score was 4. So the full periodontal assessment was taking place. And the key finding of the periodontal chart are as follows. Pockets of 6 mm and over in most of the teeth, and there was furcation involvement in all the molars. Recession was generalized. The plaque score was high, up to 64%, as well as the bleeding score was 30%. There was pathological mobility in almost all the teeth. We can see the clinical picture of the patient. Patient in smile, then the anterior view of teeth in occlusion, and in the mandibular occlusal view we can see quite a large amount of calculus on the lingual surface of anteriors. And there we can see abrasion which is provoked by the vigorous toothbrushing. Sensibility test with ethyl chloride was done, and all of these teeth provided a delayed but positive response. Loss of vitality is seen in and is a sign of severe wear. The radiograph shows generalized advanced bone loss, which is mostly horizontal. Furcation involvement in all the molars except 1-7. Based on patient symptoms, clinically as well as radiographically, the diagnosis was generalized chronic severe periodontitis. It was a type 4 periodontal disease. The most important known risk factor for this case is smoking. She is a long-term heavy smoker. Many studies have shown that persistent smoking leads to greater tooth loss and reduced response to periodontal therapy. Other risk factors were stress, poor compliance in dental treatment in the past, inadequate plaque control, and poor oral hygiene with improper toothbrushing. After the diagnosis was established, the various treatment options were given to the patient. Options like doing nothing was also explained to the patient, that the disease will progress further, resulting in further loss of attachment, mobility, and ultimately tooth loss. Option 2 was case-related therapy was explained, oral hygiene instructions, proper toothbrushing technique, smoking cessation discussion, explaining about the extraction of hopeless teeth due to the extent of attachment. Non-surgical management like subgingival scaling and root surface instrumentation, discussion about the extraction of hopeless teeth. The patient was explained that due to extent of attachment loss and mobility, the teeth has to be extracted. Then, in this case, we had to do the surgical phase for regenerating therapy, like flap therapy, bone replacement grafts, guided tissue regenerations, and combined regenerative techniques. The long-term success of treatment of periodontal disease depends significantly upon the proper control of the periodontal infection and the achieving of a stable periodontal status. So her home care is key to the maintenance of health, and this has been emphasized to the patient. In this case, apart from non-surgical approach, a surgical approach is necessary for the treatment plan for regenerating the lost periodontal tissue, as there is an advanced attachment loss. So the prevention and treatment of periodontal disease is based on comprehensive assessment, accurate diagnosis and risk management of the disease. Thank you very much. And if you want to go through the entire case report, please search for this URL. Thank you.